they give you a case study. A case study is basically a situation in which they put you and they want to see how you will react in that situation or what are your thoughts that how this situation should have been tackled. If I be honest with you, even 5 minutes before entering the interview room, I used to call Vikram sir to ask and seek his guidance, and he was there to help me to overcome my thoughts, to help me overcome my thoughts, and the last minute tips which he used to share with me that was very much helpful for me. It is not just a matter of 2 or 3 days preparation. You have to be thorough with your preparation and be consistent in that. If you want to crack a management training program, it's not just simply going and giving the interview. It is so much deep and it takes a lot of effort. So you need to have believe in yourself and believe in the process and the hard work which you are doing.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another catch up session. This is Anisha, and today joining us, Nakshatra Sharma, one of our alumni of Young Leader Bootcamp. So let's not waste any more time and see what Nakshatra has for us. Welcome, Nakshatra.
Thank you, Anisha, and good evening, everyone. My name is Nakshatra Sharma. I am from IHM Bhopal, currently pursuing my hotel management from IHM Bhopal, and I am delighted to share that I have been selected as a management trainee in one of the esteemed organizations, which is Taj MT.
Great. First of all, congratulations on that. And secondly, I really appreciate you taking out your time and being here with us, a part of this session, right? Okay. So as you said, you have been selected as an MT in Taj Hotels, right?
Yes.
Okay. How many companies did you actually sit for?
And to be precise, I said for six brands, six major brands, which were Taj, Oberoi, Marriott, Hyatt, and one more was there. I tend to forget the name. IHG.
IHG. Okay. And how many rounds did you clear in all the brands?
Well, in Oberoi, I cleared the general manager round. In
Mhm.
ITC, I was able to crack semi-final round, but couldn't make it till semi-final round. I was able to go till semi-final round. In Taj, I have been selected. In Hyatt and in Marriott, it was not so good. I was just able to go to second and third round.
Okay. Okay. Great. And you will be finally joining as MT in Taj, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Nakshatra, from the moment when you thought that this is the time to start the MT preparations, till the time you get selected as an MT, I'm sure you must have a hard journey, challenging journey. Walk us through your journey, your preparation period.
Certainly, it was a quite a journey. My preparation started as soon as my industrial training ended in the month of April last year. And after that, I joined the Young Leaders Bootcamp in the month of May, 24th of May to be precise. Since then, my journey has been started, my preparation has been started. I have prepared thoroughly throughout the year, and the Young Leaders Bootcamp was the one which helped and became a drastic change in my journey. It helped to become a drastic change in my journey. It was a quite a preparation and wasn't an easy one, to be honest with you. It wasn't easy at all. But yeah, with the help of Young Leaders Bootcamp, its entire training procedure, the various mock GDs, mock interview which we have done, also to bolster our confidence. We have various group discussion, extempores, presentations, and also apart from that, we have also done major exercises to boost our confidence and to overcome our fear of nervousness. Several meditation exercises, stress relief exercises, and various interview questions that we have done around more than 50 questions we have done throughout our boot camp. And apart from that, even ending the boot camp and practice session, we used to do this all the exercises, and it was a continuous path or a journey which I have done to crack a management training program.
Right. And it's very true indeed. I have been told that you were an active participant of all the webinars and the sessions that were hosted by TBH Circle. May I know why? Why were you so proactive? Why were you so into learning all this? What were you learning from all the sessions that you attended?
Well, there were a lot of learning. I even can't count it on my fingertips. There were a lot of learning, and the reason behind that I was constant because I believe that consistency is a major part. You have to be consistent what you are doing, and it is a continuous process. The preparation is not done in a day or three. You have to start it and be consistent in that. Thoroughly you have to bolster your communication skills, your general knowledge, technical skills, and that's why it is very much important to be constant and attend classes, which we have done all the preparation. And I used to have lots of problem and issue which I solved during our practice session, becomes I used to mentor me and guide me how I can overcome this, and what all the things which I can implement to become more efficient.
Definitely, I could agree with you on that. That consistency is the key, right? It doesn't matter whether you know that or no, not. If you are consistent, you will get the hang of it, right? Okay. Um. So Nakshatra, you told that your this one long year of preparation was very challenging. What were the main challenges that you faced that directed you towards Young Leader Bootcamp?
See, the main challenge which I used to face was firstly nervousness. Before joining the Young Leaders Bootcamp, I had this huge stage fear and speaking in front of a panel of 4 and 5 members. I would have collapsed if you would ask me to speak in front of stage. I had this huge spotlight fear. And secondly, I had this overthinking thoughts. Like if I be honest with you, before stepping into an interview room, I had these many thoughts in my mind that how the interview would have been conducted and what will be the questions that will be asked to me, and if I did fumble or happen to be done any mistakes, so what will be the outcome. So this was a major issue and challenge which I faced, which drawbacked me to do my best. So nervousness was the major part in that. So the Young Leaders Bootcamp was the key to overcome that nervousness. Because I believe to overcome nervousness, there is only a one way to be over prepared. So the Young Leaders Bootcamp is the one tool which helps you to be over prepared. We have done a minor to minor aspect of an interview round, from the way of walking in an interview room, and along with the grooming standards, figure of speech, body languages, facial expressions. So there would be no chance of nervousness once you are over prepared. So that was the key reason to join the Young Leaders Bootcamp.
Okay. If I put it in the words that underconfidence and self-doubt were the two major challenges that you faced, right? Okay. And how did Young Leader help you in that?
See, for the self-doubt, there were many exercises and ways which we have done, from stress relieving breathing exercises. Also becomes a suggested us to listen some good content or music in order to overcome your thoughts and your overthinking. There were several exercises which we have done during our bootcamp as well. And also the nervousness, as I talked earlier, that to overcome the nervousness, one should be over prepared. So when
Right.
I used to get nervous, like how the interview would be conducted and what were the questions are, so I prepared myself overly. I did minor to minor details of an interview. I read about the brand, technical knowledge, communication, GK. So there would be no lack of my side that would cause the nervousness.
So your mantra was over preparation.
Certainly.
Great. Okay. Nakshatra, as you have mentioned earlier also that you have been selected as an MT in Taj, right? One of the brands that MTs want to join there, right? What was the process, MT process for Taj specifically if we talk about Taj?
Okay. So the MD process of Taj comprises of, I think, 5 to 6 rounds. The first
Right.
round is written test. The written test is fully technical based. It depends on the department for which we are opting. If we are opting for food production, the technical question will be from food production, as well as nutrition, from the nutrition technical base. And for me, it was front office, so we had questions from front office, from FMB, and also from the NC areas like hotel engineering and safety and security department and housekeeping as well. And after the written test, there is a GD. In every brand, they conduct a group discussion, but usually other brands conduct it with the help of abstract topic. But in Taj, the GD is quite different. In Taj, they give you a case study. In case study is basically a situation in which they put you, and they want to see how you will react in that situation, and what are your thoughts that how this situation should have been tackled. So they evaluate on that, on the process of your thinking, how is your thinking and how analytically you can think to that. After GD, there is a personal interview round, which is a PI round. My PI round was conducted in Taj from Bhopal with the L&D manager, Mr. Tushar Ogwal, and FOM of Taj from Ms. Purnima Bambar. So my PI round was fully technical as well as behavior based. Also, the industrial training part plays a major role in our interview process. So I have done my industrial training from Taj as well. So my PI was more inclined towards my IT experience. What was my IT experience? What were the key learning in that? And they have given me several situations related to my industrial training. And after clearing the PI, there was a general manager round. The general manager round is more inclined towards the behavior questions. They just want to know what kind of person you are. They asked me about my family, about why I have joined hotel management, why I want to opt Taj and go for not other brands and do not join other brands. And also there was quite GK general knowledge questions in that. And after the general manager round, there is AD round, which is the area director and the corporate round, which was the final round for me. It was also a behavior question based. It is not very tough, but they want to evaluate you on what kind of personality you possess and what is that you imbibe in yourself to become a management trainee. So that was the whole interview process of Taj for me.
And what was the most challenging stage for you?
Most challenging stage for me was the PI round because it was my first personal interview. Taj came to our college a bit earlier. Before Taj, we only had Oberoi, so it was my second personal interview round. So I was very much nervousness. I had huge overthinking in my mind that how and what should be done. So yeah, PI was a bit tough for me.
Okay. And if I may also ask, I think one of the perks of Young Leader was mocks, right? PI mocks, group discussions, right? Was it helpful to you in your
It was
personal
very much
interview?
helpful. Yes, it was very
Okay.
much helpful. We have done several variety of questions from behavioral to technical and general knowledge as well. So there were not a single question that has been asked in my PI round that we have not already prepared in my Young Leaders Bootcamp. They were slightly different in the language, but the basic of the question was entirely same which we have prepared and which we have done in the mock interviews.
Certainly, certainly. And I believe in the Young Leaders Bootcamp, we prepare you guys to handle situations, handle case studies, handle questions, not stick to one answer and say it, right? So I
Yes,
think that
certainly.
is that. Right. Okay. So Nakshatra, one of features of Young Leader is post the program support, right? So
Yes.
how was post the program support helpful for you?
It was very much helpful for me because I have joined program bit earlier in the month of May. So my actual Young Leaders Bootcamp program was ended in June, last June, and starting of July. But after that, the practice sessions which we had every week and in 10 to 15 days, it was a major asset for me because when my interview and my campus, the company started to come into my college. My Young Leaders Bootcamp was already ended previously, but the practice sessions were there to guide me throughout my process. And even if I be honest with you, even 5 minutes before entering the interview room, I used to call Vikram sir to ask and seek his guidance, and he was there to help me to help me overcome my thoughts and the last minute tips which he used to share with me. That was very much helpful for me. So yes, certainly it's not just about a month or a duration. The program is entirely with you. Even after I have cracked my management training program, sir is still now there with me to guide me and mentor me for the future aspects. So it's
I
yeah.
indeed, indeed. And this brings me to one more question that how important is mentorship in one's life? What was the role of mentorship in your progress?
The role of mentorship, I believe, it's a drastic changer in your life. Either a wrong mentorship can spoil your life, and a correct mentorship can give you the success. For in my case, I was so privileged to have correct mentorship. I had this that what companies I should appear for and what are the changes that myself I should develop in order to crack a management training program. And no, not just a management training program. With the help of the mentorship of Vikram sir, he also developed my personality not as just a hotelier, but as an individual as well. So it is very much important to have a correct mentor in your life, the one who guides you throughout your journey and what all ups and downs you come through. And that's why I go to him and seek his advice. And every time it's very much helpful for me.
Great, great. Love to hear that from you. And from that only, I would like to ask, you have done Young Leader with us for like 1 year, right? That 1 year period. And what was the most innovative part of Young Leader that you really enjoyed, that you really appreciate?
And there were lots of innovative parts. There were not just a one, but there were lots of these different aspects of Young Leaders Bootcamp. The one of the best thing which I believe it is highly personalized bootcamp. It is not just a general type of coaching class where the teacher just come and teaches you and there are students just listening. But it is highly personalized. He gives you a one-on-one mentorship regarding to your gray areas, what are the areas of improvement and what are the challenges. So the program is so flexible that it develops a person as individually, not just a group class or a group session. And apart from that, there were very much so much fun activities, and as I mentioned earlier, the stress overcoming activity, also the team building exercises which we have done. There was so much of fun and enjoyment in doing that. So it's really amazing to have those kind of classes.
Definitely. I could really agree on that. Nakshatra, let me ask you that Taj is one of the brands, the top 1% brands that a lot of candidates aim for, right? If I may ask you what you did differently than others that you are now selected as an MT there, is there anything that you did differently, or what was it for you?
Well, I can't say that I have done something differently than others, but I have not done. I'm not sure of that. What I have just done is to be consistent in my preparation. I have read all the technical questions, not only from my department, but from the other departments as well. Also, I have brushed up my general knowledge, and one of the key aspects which I believe the brand knowledge. It is very much important. I have done my industrial training from Taj itself, so I have my love for Taj. So I used to be thorough with the brand knowledge. Also, I watched the GM show on BW Hotelier. It really helps you to be familiar with the industry trends. What are the trends in industry? Because if an interviewer sitting in front of you is seeing you as a future manager, so your thoughts and your ideas should be as per that. So you need to have a thorough knowledge of trends, what are the current and future trends and potential changes which will be there in the industry. So I have read hospitality magazines, hospitality news, which Vikram sir has suggested us during our boot camp. So it is just all that. Nothing.
Certainly, certainly. I also believe that the right mentorship, the right guidance that you get here will definitely help you be in a position that you will be able to stand out in the crowd, right? Yeah. Okay. So my last question to you here would be, if you were to give one piece of advice to the candidates who are going to sit for MTs, right? What would be that advice?
One piece of advice that I would like to share is firstly, always believe in yourself. There will be failures and there will be challenges that you will face throughout your process, and there will be so much heartbreaks. I had so much heartbreaks when I was rejected in the semi-final rounds of companies like ITC and all, but you just have to have faith in yourself and faith in the process. And like I said earlier, it is not just a matter of 2 or 3 days preparation. You have to be thorough with your preparation and be consistent in that. If you want to crack a management training program, it's not just simply going and giving the interview. It is so much deep and it takes a lot of effort. So you need to have believe in yourself and believe in the process and the hard work which you are doing. So that's the piece of advice which I would like to share.
100%. I think when you said that being consistent is very important, I could agree, because cracking a MT is not a 2 day job, right? It is a long process where you learn and where you grow with time, with your mentors, with your peers, and everyone, right? Um, I have one more question, right? This this question revolves around your mental health. This question revolves around what is your mindset when you get rejected? What is your mindset when you are not able to crack the company that you dreamed of, right? And how to actually stay focused in the process while feeling all this.
Well, first of all, pardon me, but I have cracked the company which I have dreamed of. It was Taj from the
Yeah,
starting.
but
But
definitely.
I got your point. I am coming to that only. I had a huge drawbacks and huge heartbreaks because I have traveled to Delhi, Agra, the different cities, and I have been rejected in final rounds, not in an initial round like the seventh or eighth round of ITC. I have been rejected after coming so far. So it was such a heartbreak that I felt so underconfident, like what am I supposed to do? And after that, all the hard work, what was the gray areas and where was I lacking? But there is no point in having underconfidence and to be get depressed in that. Once you are get rejected, you just have to learn from the rejection. You have to learn from the rejection, like what I have done wrong and how I can improve it in further upcoming interview rounds. So I should have not faced this kind of scenario. So you have to learn from your rejection and have believe and faith in yourself. Don't ever think that I am not capable enough to crack it and I am not good enough and other is better than me. You just have to believe in yourself and believe in the process. Thanks.
I could definitely agree that believing in yourself and letting the process works for you is what you can do the best when nothing works out. Yeah, I think that was very helpful for the students who are listening, for the audience who are listening. And thank you so much, Nakshatra, once again for taking out the time and being here with us. Um, wish you a lot of luck and best wishes for your future. And yes, thank you so much for listening.